Metroid games seem to go by a lot faster when you know what you're doing, don't they? Hello guys, this is UniversalGiant, and welcome back for more AM2R. Last time, and the time before that, we've been going about cleanup throughout the entire planet SR388, albeit a bit haphazardly. And although we still have some things to take care of in the bottom portion of the distribution center here, I have yet to go back to the industrial complex. There are two things back there that I'd like to do. And instead of meeting you there, just like before, it's probably best for me to show you exactly how to get there the easy way, since we really only know how to do it the hard way at this point, and if you've been paying attention, you can probably guess one of these chutes goes up to the industrial complex. And it just so happens to be this one. So there are a couple of things that I'd like to take care of here, and this spits us out behind where we got the space here. So we'll want to go back up, and these guys are completely destructible with the screw attack. Screw attack makes going back to all these previous areas so much nicer. You can just plow right through enemies, no problem. But the thing I wanted to get up here is one thing that I probably brought your attention to before, but said we were missing a couple of things we needed to get it. First is in here. You need a super missile to open it up first off, and when you get in here, you see that you need power bombs. Problem is, power bombs aren't the only thing you need. So we're going to have to leave that door open, build up a speed boost on this little platform here, drop down, shine spark over, charge, drop power bomb, and shine spark through the wall. It's a little bit tricky if you haven't done it before, but once you get the hang of it, it's a pretty easy thing to do. And then you can also just take your speed boost here and fly all the way down. And I think if you keep your speed boost through here, you can actually shine spark through that wall. So that would save you a second or two if you were in a hurry. But there is one thing here that we still need to do, and it's all the way back in the main hall over here. And I think that's a super missile wall. So when you get in here, some of these blocks break away, but some of them don't. That's because they're power bomb blocks. And this is where you're supposed to learn that missiles can also be used to move those things around. And since we can't contact it directly, missiles are the only thing we have to move this thing along. And this will lead us to, you guessed it, more power bombs. So I believe that's everything we need to do in terms of cleanup. If there's anything around here I have not gotten or have missed besides what's at the bottom of the distribution center, I'll have to go back and look for it later, but I'm pretty sure we have everything. But I guess for now, I'll just meet you back at the distribution center, probably towards the bottom. So you may remember the last time we were in this room, we came through the upper left and dropped through this block here, but we never explored all the way down this shaft. And there are a couple things down here that are worthwhile. Oh, and the first thing I remember is this thing, so we're going to want to, if memory serves, do something like this. And also when we get in here, I forget where we're supposed to spark up. It's somewhere. I never get that right. That's where it is. Maybe I was one block off. I think I was one block off. But we need to come in through the other door in order to get this, so I have to remember where this is. I think I remember. There's a decent amount about this game I do remember, but bits and pieces here I don't. Like, exactly where to shine spark up some of these places just eludes me whenever I'm trying to remember. And I don't think there's anything up this way. I'm wrong. There's something over here! Here I am trying to show off my wonderfully awesome memory. So of course it doesn't work when I'm trying to look impressively not memorable. Good memory? Words? Video games? I'll go with video games. So that's the 10th energy tank, and I believe the last energy tank in the game. We also have a maximum of 20 power bombs already, so that should be all the power bomb expansions we have. And I believe the missile tank puts us at 240, so we're missing 2 missiles and I think 1 super missile. But other than that, we should be close to finished. I'm trying to think of what else we have. I believe this should put us back up where we would normally enter the bottom of the distribution center. So if you remember, this is the place underneath the bottom of the entrance. We've now explored everything there is to explore in the distribution center. There shouldn't be anything left for us. So I guess the only thing we have left to do is to make our way out of this place and see just how much further down into the planet we have left to go. So although we've destroyed all of the Metroids we've found up to this point, we still have a whopping 14 left to find. And this would have been... Was this all... There's no way this was always here, because it's the only way into the distribution center, I think. I mean, we went down that way, but I'm pretty sure that's not there when you first get here. I don't know why I'm so unsure about this. But we can go down this way now. And I forget at what point the power bomb block... You here too? I don't know why I don't remember those things being there. Maybe it's just because I blow through them like they're nothing. But there are a bunch of shortcut blocks that you can go through if you're so inclined. I mean, you could go through that whole thing over there. You don't have to. Yeah, we're missing 2 missiles, 1 super. I don't think we have any equipment left to find. So hopefully those 3 are down here somewhere. And oh, by the way, those things you can destroy with the screw attack also. But just as before, as we head further down, the music gets more and more ominous. And the cool thing about this one particular area is that when you get to this room, you remember the elevator shaft that led us all the way down to the geothermal plant? This is behind it. And don't think I forgot about the pickup in here. The fun thing about this one is you need to do a ball spark to get it too. And this is also where you have to build up, or not necessarily build up, but you realize that there's a little bit of lift when you activate the ball spark. So when you use it, you jump 1 block up and then it fires you to the side. So if you're down here on the floor and you activate it, it'll raise you up to lava level and allow you to get into that tunnel there. You don't have to jump before you activate it. I think that's something I tried to explain when we got a previous one, but I don't know if I explained it adequately. But that pickup is easy enough if you understand how that works. We have 2 more left to find. And if you're going through here for the first time, I suppose it's worth noting that, in case you didn't notice, just based on the long, winding path we've taken off the distribution center, I missed another pickup back there. This is the one episode I get through. I have, what, 4 pickups left to find, and I immediately forget where all of them are. Just roll right past them. feel really silly now. These enemies are pretty cool looking, though. They don't pop up out of the ground until you get close to them. And they just kind of float there. They don't attack you. Except that guy. I guess I never stuck around long enough to see what they do. A lot of the enemy AI in here is really fascinating. I mean, you remember, this isn't any sort of ROM hack. All of this was programmed in explicitly. So it's really fascinating to see that we can't go this way either. I suppose in due time. Only one area left to go. One Metroid's detected! I wonder if that's left over from the original game where they had some sort of misspelling like that, or if it's just an oversight. Well, we only have one Metroid left here. So hopefully that's not going to take us too long. Although the last time we had a 1 or 2 Metroid area like this, or at least that looked like this. Oh, there you are. Oh, it's just an alpha. Could you get into a useful position for me to attack you? That'd be great. Just get up there. There you go. Oh, I guess that's it. Back down we go. Didn't go this way before, but I have a feeling it loops around. Yep, I guess that was it. Back down we go. This wasn't here before. Does it want us to go back? Haven't had this happen before. And usually when we defeat the only Metroid in an area, the earthquake means we can go forward. But I guess now it's pushing us backward. Something doesn't feel right. Is someone else here? Oh, so that's what did in Federation Force. Meet the Omega Metroid, the apex predator of SR-388. The Omega Metroid exhibits devastating strength, and impact from its claws can severely cripple or kill large animals, while the most heavily armored prey are flung through the air. Despite its towering figure, it can leap and use its weight as a weapon. Glands from its mouth ignite its saliva, turning it into an organic flamethrower. Its membrane is greatly thickened. Maximum firepower is strongly recommended. This is the final stage in the Metroid's life cycle, and very few manage to reach it. Its size is a result of the prior form's muscles rapidly expanding to massive proportions. So here we have... Well, if you've played Fusion before, you have an idea what this thing is. And I believe when it jumps, it also creates an earthquake effect that makes it difficult for you to attack or recover. So I have a tendency to jump whenever he does that. And sometimes if you're into a corner, he'll just turn around like that. But if you have super missiles like most of the Metroids in this game, the Omegas go down like nothing. And I'm assuming that was the rescue team. That was the rescue team. The search and rescue team was an elite combat group consisting of heavily armed soldiers. Their mission, locate and extract any surviving personnel from the missing research team. There are no survivors among the search and rescue team. And you may have also noticed, in addition to us, I believe, getting 100% from that, there were 4 soldiers among them. A blue one, a green one, a red one, and a yellow one. You be the judge of whether or not they're trying to say something about a certain other game. but I suppose it's a little detail that's worth including for one reason or another. But the Omega Metroid... well, it's not as easy as just firing an ice beam into its stomach this time, unfortunately. And they're going to be a lot more prevalent this time around. But once again, our path is laid forward for us, and I do not want to deal with you. So I believe once we make our way through here, there should be a save point coming up that we can hold off going through, or is it worth continuing? I'm trying to think. You know what, it's probably best to save what's left for next time. This is UniversalGiant! I'll see you then.